I'm excited. I mean, the church family is, I mean, it seems very strong as it is. I mean, to not have your own location building at this point where, you know, you're kind of renting space, you know, for a few hours a week. I mean, when you get into a place where it's yours 7 days a week, I mean, how many other things can the church expand to by having just extra conference rooms, places to meet that easily? So I mean, I think just the possibilities of just expanding ministries and things like that throughout the week beyond your Sunday morning and things is great.
I think I'm very excited about the just a space for the kids, and that they can have a safe place to go every week and learn about God. And you know, during meetings or whatever, you don't have to take them to a separate location. They're going to be right there.
I am excited about Operation Next. I think it'd be awesome to have a building, kind of a centralized home where we can meet more than just one time, once a week.
Just being able to say that, you know, we have an actual church and this, you know, place for youth. I love working with the youth, and just especially, you know, when they're not introduced to church and their first introduction to church is in the school that they go to, and they attend it. That's the last place they want to be on Sunday.
And I think is maybe, I don't know if it'd be the correct way to think about it, but there might be a stigma out there if the church is out of a high school. They're going to think it's younger, it maybe isn't developed as much. I mean,
Yeah.
even if that's right, wrong, or indifferent, I mean, that might be a stigma that someone carries and might keep them away a little bit, as opposed to having a building that just, you know, gives a little bit more of a face to the church, I think. And also, you know, I was also thinking of the roots of the church. I mean, it's been here 10 plus years, and, you know, it does have good roots and strength and depth and people from the community, but this is just going to deepen and strengthen those roots to, you know, like I said, have a face to it a little bit more.
I mean, there's personal examples of in the community, people have no idea that we're there, like they're starting to, you know, recognize the name more, but it's just kind of tucked away and hidden, and I think having a property that everybody knows, you know, sometimes, I know I said to a coworker, doesn't go to church or anything like that, but just mentioned Skyline, and he had seen where our sign is at, you know, so people start to equate us with that location.
Yeah.
I think the possibilities are endless.
Yeah. I like the area that we're located is there's so many subdivisions, houses, people to reach out there. It just seems like a really great location as far as to outreach to people and to bring new people in. There's so much potential for growth just where it's located.
And we're looking at, you know, what can we do as a family? Sometimes those fears do creep in for me. You know, it's well, we already, you know, these are our bills and we have to do this and that, and to me there's a security aspect that creeps in. You know, like we have to have enough money to sock away in our Roth IRA or whatever else so that we're set.
I could definitely relate to the fear of trying to figure out where you can, you know, like you said, like you think every dollar you have coming in has a certain place, you know, whether it's the savings or, you know, oh, this kid needs this kid needs that. But I think if you really look at your checkbook log, you could probably figure out where you could cut some of the things out of, like morning gas station runs or a quick trip.
And when we're deciding on what we can do, you know, as a family, and you make cuts here and you make cuts there because really, you know, we're doing it to further the kingdom. And I think that was the biggest thing, is just getting myself out of the way and saying, you know, it's all yours, God, anyway, have it, you know. And I'm excited. I'll definitely do it again this round, you know, and make even bigger sacrifices. So I think that's where we're coming from.
Yeah, and it's always really cool to see how God does show up in all that, because you think, oh, we do need this money for these bills and whatever, but He still provides, and we still have more than enough of what we need, and it's really cool to see how He works.
I think the biggest thing is for me was I was excited to be able to say I was a part of it, even though we will be leaving. We are so excited to travel back and visit and be able to say like we had a big part of that, and we just decided decided, you know, well, it's not really ours. It's part of something that we wanted to be a part of this building process, and I'm really excited to be able to come back and see what we've all put together, you know, came together as a church family, and everybody really stepped up. And
You know, you can get very comfortable spending the money the way you want it, you know, and it's very easy to fall in a trap to think, you know, it's my money, when, you know, everything we've been given is just, you know, we're just, you know, a temporary stop as it comes from God through us into His church, and, you know, we're just kind of maybe a gatekeeper for a short amount of time, and it should flow through us, you know, back in the church and build something, you know. I think it's, you know, it's something that'll be, you'll be able to look back on, you know, see what you helped, like you said, what you helped construct, what is there, and, you know, even if you have to move away, I mean, you further the kingdom, even if you're not in this town, I mean, you further the kingdom.
We all have small kids, so we're, you know, investing in this is investing in a place that they're gonna be able to call a church home. To have the kids be able to go, you know, maybe from nursery all the way through and learn about God and have a place to bring their friends to and have their friends excited to come, you know, and kids sometimes are the ones that get the whole family in church. You know, they want their kids in church, so if the kids are coming and, you know, there's this great program for them there and space for them there, and it gets the family there. So I think we can all look at it as an investment to their future too, you know, it's not just about us.
We're not just investing in a building, I mean, we're
Right.
investing in,
Lives.
we're investing in lives and in the mission and in the kingdom, and, you know, there's really no price on that. Like I said, if we're just thinking we're putting money towards a roof over the head of people that can come hang out and be at church, you know, I think it's definitely a lot more than that.